So this was the last place where I saw, or actually the second to last place, one of my friends, and like he's gone, so I'm never gonna see him in this place again. So this was like the last time I was in this place. But then I can't support Nike because they have sweatshops in China. And it comes to extreme minuscule things where it's not even that important until you start talking about it, and then once you do, it's even less like important because it just seems pesky. But in false advertisement, the hanger not being associated with the cloth, but they're used together, but they have different logistics. Freaking truck park job got out of whack because what he was towing was too much. That's why he parked in the back. But I think he should have been a little bit different. Number 14. So when lions breed, they have spikes on them. And so when I hear a thing that says tearing it up, it gets a whole new context if you're speaking on lions breeding. Where I was actually more interested in this is a knockoff of the original Care Bear, and it says Star Belly, but it clearly is not the same. So when they cut the pipeline, the oil couldn't get refined, and then it just makes you wonder, like, that was the liquid, but if this was on a solid, this service would be the difference between refined and not, if it was just buffed or not. So the oil would be like compared to the white tile. The different. So I'm trying to figure out what to service through. I'm not allowed to buy online with PayPal, and PayPal, these guys owned them, so getting this would be the same as trying to use something that doesn't work. This is a clear no-go because it should indicate that they are ran through here, but it doesn't. And I was attracted to this because it looks more valid than this. However, I only had two options with these. And this one didn't work through the specific site. So this is my best bet. So this is exactly what I was referring to. If you could get these and squeeze them and put them in glitter, what type of glitter would be absorbed into it better? Because this is just an extension of this. You know, glitter would go in there a lot easier than this, but ostensibly they're the same thing if you just would like measure them in different distance. What do I mean by that? It's like one like inch on this would be comparative to like half of that at this scale. And if we're talking about like wicker, that's even less of it, so it would be like 1/8 of an inch would be comparative to the entire wreath. That is if you were trying to put equal amounts of glitter within 1/8 of an inch of this comparative to the entire wreath. Because without the glitter, it doesn't make any sense. Because the percentages would not be accurate. And if we're talking about this, it's even harder because the glitter couldn't be going through. So in the store, it had a QR code that said point of sale. And the customer support service member didn't know exactly what that meant. Where it was a good idea because it was a physical point on the wall and it said the point of sale. Where when you're questioning like a price margin, you might like look at that and be like, wow, how can this be utilized? And what she just figured out was it's probably for like any of the sales in the store, and you could go to that point to find it. But either of us didn't really know, and that's how it ended. And I know what I was talking about in the store about lions breeding was kind of crude, but there's the two guys, and they were in blue, and they were getting the other guy to come up to them, and they're talking about like security, and then he was like, I'm gonna like tear you something, and then just after they left, the service members, the team members were saying that there was a customer in the store that was threatening someone. So actually the context was legitimately placed, but it's something that can't go unnoticed, and is why I thought of lions breeding, because they do so in tearing.